Martha, surprising is exactly right. In fact, what we found out tonight may force many folks in Cameron County to come up with another plan because the current one just doesn't seem to be working. All right, it's about 6:05 now. We're going to put this evacuation route to the test. We're heading up north right now on U.S. Highway 77. Driving down the highway from Harlingen, we saw very little traffic heading north, completely the opposite of what you would expect if this were actually a hurricane evacuation. We drove about 60 miles an hour, and finally, about 22 minutes later, we reached the town of Raymondville. It is here where the evacuation route signs tell motorists to exit State Highway 186. But look at this. The exit is closed because it is under construction. So we now had to go north and then turn back around. That was an additional 1.5 miles out of our way. Now, back on the evacuation route, we headed west on 186, which is now through the downtown Raymondville. We had to go through some lights that slowed us down, but nothing prepared us for what happened next. Does this always flood like this? It always floods like this when it rains. Okay. That's right. The small showers Raymondville saw Monday evening flooded out the evacuation route, forcing us to once again make another detour. 5 minutes later, we were back on track. It is now 6:41, and now we have just gotten out of the city limits of Raymondville. Now we are heading towards San Manuel. But look at this. Look what's on the highway. All of this merges into just one lane. San Manuel, there you see the sign. It's 22 miles away. We shared what we discovered with Willacy County Sheriff Larry Spence, who is part of the county's emergency management team.
Surprise, right? Yeah, they've been working on that expressway there. They've had it tore down, I don't know, for 4.5 months or something like that. They've told us recently it'll be another 2 weeks before it gets fixed, and that's a problem I don't think anybody's even thought about as far as the evacuation route.
The sheriff says the emergency team is going to need to re-examine the evacuation route.
And you brought up some good points that I don't think people really thought about here with what's going on with the construction and everything. And then again, if it's raining when the evacuation starts, you may have other problems like you ran into today.
And again, it took us about 35 minutes just to get into the outskirts of Raymondville. And keep in mind, we had no traffic and just a little bit of rain. Tonight, Sheriff Spence says he will present our findings to the emergency management team in Willacy County to see if they can find a solution before we all really need to evacuate. We'll keep you posted. We're live in the studio tonight. Romeo Cantu, Action 4.